Dalton Rushing is here, and he's pissing everybody off. It's crazy. I'm going to be honest. I like it. I'm a big fan, and I don't care if he's a Dodger, Padre, Yankee, Philly, Giant. I don't care what team this guy is on. I like what he's doing. I'm going to explain why. It's not what you think. It's not like, oh, yeah, of course, biased. I promise it's not what you think. I'm going to tell you about it, though. This is Hold My Ball podcast. Let's talk about Mr. Rushing and why everybody's so pissed off. Welcome to the Hold My Ball podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Dalton Rushing today. He had himself a month, guys. We should be talking about the fact that he's hitting .348 with 7 jacks and 17 ribbies. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. That would be a short conversation. I'd be like, all right, but he's giving us way too much ammo to discuss in like just a month of, what are we in, April? He had himself a serious month. Listen to this. So he catches against the Rockies. He's behind the dish. They hit the ball well. And now the Rockies are known for like their first pitch attack heavy offense. They attack the first pitch quite frequently. They did it against the Dodgers on the day he's behind the plate. They hit the ball well. Oh, here we go, yawn. You know what it is? Now it's like a thing. I think about it during the show. I'm like, am I gonna yawn? And then once I think about it, I yawn. It's contagious. Yawns are contagious. When I yawn, do any of you guys see me yawn and then yawn? I'd be curious. All right. That is a funny word, huh? The more you say it, yawn. Yawn. All right. The Rockies hit the ball really well, and they beat the Dodgers. And Rushing's behind the plate. He's calling pitches. He's doing whatever he's doing. And after the game, he's like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like something a little fishy about it. He was – the thing that he thought was fishy was that there were so many first pitches throughout the game that they were on and they were ready for, and they hit well. And he's like, it just seems fishy to me. Like they're like insinuating, obviously, that something's going on, which obviously pissed off Rocky fans, or they just were like, oh, good, some ammo. This guy thinks we're cheating. So, number one, already don't like him. Rocky fans don't like him. And I'm sure no one else did because he wears a Dodger uniform. And then he's in the news for saying something like that. So the Rockies, that is what it is. They just basically, I think all they really did was started their like fish. I think when they got like a double or something, it was like they threw the rod out and pulled it in, which was great. Fishing, whatever. And then that was the end of it. But that was kind of the first thing he did this year that put him on the radar for saying something like, there's just basically what he was saying was, I don't think the Rockies are good enough to just go up there and do that without cheating. That's like pretty much what he said. A shout out to the Rockies, dude, because they do look good. I mean, they're the kind of team that they're not going to go win a World Series this year. They're probably not going to make playoffs this year, but they're not going to set a record for the most losses in the season this year. I'll tell you that. I like them a lot. They look good. They got Brett Sullivan running around over there. They got Mickey Moniak, 2 guys I know, 2 guys that are freaking awesome, and 2 guys that I love seeing have success. All right, back to Rushing. So there's the Colorado story. That kind of starts this little, you put the magnifying glass on this Dalton Rushing kid. Did you hear what he said? He's also playing well, which, okay, he talks a little smack about the Rockies, kind of. He's hitting bombs. He's raking. What do we got on this guy? So he goes to San Francisco with the Dodgers. Already a rivalry, which is always a pretty fun series. You had a little Rushing into the mix, and now you get some fireworks, baby, because it's like the old school comes back. There's a play at the plate. Nothing malicious on either side. Jung-hoo Lee comes sliding in. He gets tagged out. Throw beats him kind of by a lot. Rushing in good position, gives him a lane to the plate, catches it, turns, tags him. Jung-hoo Lee tried to like avoid a tag. Well, I think he was sliding head first or something. I don't know. But Rushing tagged him. Boom. And then he got up and immediately like just started walking towards his own dugout. It was the 3rd out of the inning. Jung-hoo Lee's on the ground and he's like, like looks like he's hurt. And I'm sure he is. I don't think he missed any time or anything. Probably just got his glove, went out and played defense. But he's sitting there injured, looking like he's hurt, whatever. And Rushing's walking towards his dugout, and he sees his team Here we go. Started thinking about it. I started thinking about yawning. What's up, guys? We're taking a quick break in the action. I want to give a quick shout out to our partners over at Caesars Sportsbook. Caesars currently has an exciting new customer offer. Bet $1 and double your winnings on your next 10 wagers. Sign me up, baby. Use code HOLDMYBALL, DYW. That is, use code HOLDMYBALL, DYW. When you sign up to activate the offer and support me and the Hold My Ball podcast. This is why I love you guys, because you've been bought into this show from the beginning, and it's grown and it's doing such amazing things. And this is the kind of stuff that allows us to keep doing it. So thank you. I appreciate it. Hold My Ball, DYW. At the end, that stands for double your winnings. Easy way to remember it. Hit the link in the description for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Guys, as always, please bet responsibly. Have some fun with it. Take it seriously, but have a good time. And go get this double your winnings on your next 10 wagers with Hold My Ball DYW with our friends over at Caesars Sportsbook. Again, always bet responsibly. He's walking to the dugout, and his team is looking past him to Jung-hoo Lee and whatever's happening over there. You know, they're like, is he all right? And obviously, if you're walking towards the dugout and you see a bunch of people doing that, you go, oh, what are you guys looking at? He looks back. He sees Jung-hoo Lee sitting there. He doesn't look like he's in crazy pain or anything. Like, he looks like he's almost dusted himself off, getting ready to go play defense, a little irritated. And Rushing turns around and he looks, sees him, turns back to the dugout, just keeps walking. And as he's like on his way back to the dugout, he just gives the head nod, like, And he goes, F him. Except he used the actual word. Yeah, whatever. F him. And everybody saw it. And everybody's up in arms. Oh, this guy, this strike number 2 on Dalton Rushing. First he said the Rockies were fishy, and now he said F Jung-hoo Lee. Yeah, everybody's pissed. Everybody was like, it blew up on social media, which I think is absolutely crazy. I think it's crazy. And then he later called the dude, we'll get to this, he called the Chicago Cubs guy a fat F. I'm only not saying this because it's YouTube and I don't know the rules on cussing and all that. I'm going to let someone else do it. Well, okay, let's look at this. Kurt Bavacqua and Tommy Lasorda. So we're looking at Dalton Rushing right now, and everybody's like, what a piece of garbage. He said F him to Jung-hoo Lee, who wasn't injured. He was just sitting on the ground, and he didn't care about the other team. He didn't care. Oh. And then I'll tell you real quick. Chicago Cubs. Amaya's on first, not known for his speed. Rushing's behind the plate, ball in dirt, blocked by Rushing. No real sense of urgency because Amaya's not a fast guy. He didn't think he was going to take second, but he got a good ball in dirt read, and then he kind of recognized that Dalton Rushing had zero sense of urgency going after the ball. It bounced right in front of him. He just stood up, walked to it. Amaya took second base. Rushing, quick, picks it up, throws it down there, misses him by this much. He's safe. He just stands there like to himself, to the air, just goes... I think he said, how'd that fat F take second on me? Or something like that. But it looked like he called him a fat F. And after a couple days later, Nico Horner was standing there when he was hitting. And right when he said, he looked at him like, what? What'd you just say? So between trying to read his lips for the second time on something he said that was mean, and everybody's looking for a reason to hate this guy, yeah, that's pretty much what he said. Nico Horner, a day later, was like, yeah, it's what he said, and I wish I would have stood up for my teammate. At the time, I was just so taken back by it that I was like, what just happened? But here's what I'm saying. This guy's getting thrown under this label of just what a piece of garbage. Because what? He told a rival team he didn't care that another guy was injured who wasn't even injured. Just a little dramatic. Didn't care. I don't care if the other guy, what is he going to do? F him. That means, oh, well, it's not my teammate. What am I going to do? That's what that means to me. And it means I'm competitive. If you're not wearing my jersey, I don't care about you. I don't care. And then he called some other guy a fat F, just talking to himself, saying, everybody's up in arms again. Let me remind you, before everybody got so soft, let me remind you what baseball was like. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it next to here. Hopefully the sound comes through decent. If not, I'll have to fix it. This is Tommy Lasorda on Kurt Bevacqua. Kurt Bevacqua accused, he was a player at the time. Tommy Lasorda was managing the Dodgers. Kurt Bevacqua accused Tommy Lasorda of telling his pitchers to throw at him, to throw at Bevacqua. And Bevacqua called him a fat little Italian. He called him a fat little Italian. That's what he called Tommy Lasorda. And they asked Tommy Lasorda, who, remind you, the manager of the Dodgers at the time. This is the manager of the Dodgers. So this is Dave Roberts. Imagine Dave Roberts saying this. They said, did you hear what Bevacqua said about accusing you guys of throwing at him on purpose and what he called you? And do you have a response? And here's what Tommy Lasorda said.
Tell you what I think about it. I think that is very, very bad for that man to make an accusation like that. That is terrible. I have never, ever, since I've managed, ever told a pitcher to throw at anybody, nor will I ever. And if I ever did, I certainly wouldn't make him throw at a fucking 130 hitter like Lefay or fucking Bevacqua, who couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. And I guarantee you this, when I pitched, and I was going to pitch against a fucking team that had guys on it like Bevacqua, I sent a fucking limousine to get the cocksucker to make sure he was in the motherfucking lineup, because I kicked that cocksucker's ass any fucking day of the week. He's a fucking motherfucking big mouth, I'll tell you that.
Now tell me where it all went wrong. Tell me where it all went wrong. Where did we become so offended by players competing and men being pissed about stuff in the game? That's the manager of the Dodgers saying that about a player. To me, it's a legendary clip. It's why Lasorda was as cool as he was. It's freaking awesome. What happened to, you take a guy like Logan Webb. This is baseball. Jung-hoo Lee looks like he might be hurt. He's not. Dalton Rushing says, F him. And Logan Webb, who is a friggin' dude. I love Logan Webb. He takes the mound the next day. And what does he do to Rushing? He drills him right in the friggin' ribs. Whoa, here you go, buddy. That's that. You know what that's for. I know what that's for. And then they asked Logan Webb after the game, that ball, that fastball you kind of lost control of that hit Rushing, was that in response to, what he said yesterday to Jung-hoo Lee? And Logan goes, what'd he say? I didn't know anything about that. With like a smirk, which I love. That's the game. You're going to say something we don't like. We're going to do something that you probably don't like to let you know we don't like what happened. And then what does Dalton Rushing do? On the next guy who hits a ground ball to second base, he's on first because he just got drilled in the ribs. He runs to second. He goes about 4 feet wide of the line in the base, slides, and almost takes out Willie Adames, the shortstop turning the double play. Old school base. Call it old school baseball. Call it trying to win. Call it trying to break up a double play. Call it, I said something. You got offended and hit me in the ribs because of it, which pissed me off. So now I'm sliding into your guy on a double play ball because I'm pissed. Call it whatever you want. I don't know Dalton Rushing. You probably don't know him. You'll probably never meet him. You'll probably never meet anybody that was on the field during this game. What are these guys to us besides entertainment? Why do we get so angry when they act a certain way? There's no script here, but we are strictly watching them for entertainment purposes. So what are we worried about? Don't we want that? Don't you want a game where the catcher from one team looks at another guy who's not injured, he's fine, and says, screw him, not worried about it. And then the pitcher goes, I don't really like that he said that, and goes, watch this, fastball to the frickin' ribs. And then he goes, okay, yeah, I don't really like that. Oh, double play ball, watch this, sliding in. right to your guy trying to turn this double play. Hopefully I put him on his ass. I mean, this is baseball. You don't think that how electric do you think that game was between Tommy Lasorda managing and Kurt Bavacqua playing the next time after that soundbite? It was probably awesome. I wish I was there to see it. I think it's incredible. We just have gotten so soft along the way that bat flips piss us off. Oh, this guy. Okay. Oh, this dude. Everything is such an issue. Like, we forget that we are literally being entertained by these guys. They're playing the game, and we pay a bunch of money to go see them eat the hot dogs, buy all this stuff. And we complain that they bring us a little fireworks. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't get it. Maybe, and listen, I don't care who Dalton Rushing plays for. I'm a Dodger fan. I would say the same thing about all of them. Manny Machado, in his earlier career, he did a lot of stupid things. He'll tell you. He'll probably be the first to admit it. I loved it. I loved it because it was entertaining. It gave us clips to watch him throwing his helmet at Josh Donaldson after he just gets tagged out. He throws his bat at the third baseman. He cleats somebody. Do I think it's great? Absolutely not. Do I think it's stupid? Absolutely. Do I dislike it? Yeah. But from a fan's perspective of watching the game of guys I will never know, do I enjoy it? Yes. It's just adding drama to the sport. So I think if everybody just calm the hell down, settle down. What are we worried about? It's crazy. That's crazy to me. It's really all I got today. Just Dalton Rushing and the craziness of him doing what he's doing and entertaining people and playing with some fire and some flair and some passion. And if you're not wearing my jersey, screw you. I love that. And you got to remember, all these guys that are in the big leagues, you got to be wired a little different to make it to the big leagues. This game sucks, dude. Like, you could do everything right, hammer a ball just like you were trying to do, and some dude out in left field that doesn't even pay attention, doesn't have to move, and it goes right to him and you're out. Not only do you not get rewarded for doing what you were trying to do, but you and your whole team get punished with an out. Like, this game, you're a pitcher and you give up a bomb and you're supposed to just stand there in a dirt circle, a little dirt mound, while some dude runs a circle around you. He runs a circle around you while all the fans are cheering. 30,000 people. Oh, yeah. And you're just standing there in a dirt circle while a guy's jogging circle around you celebrating. And his whole team's waiting to come out of the dugout and go, give me some. Let's go. Woohoo. Like, this game is crazy. If you're going to play it at the highest level, you got to be wired different. You think Dalton Rushing has not done this all through the minor leagues, all through college, all through high school? You think he hasn't always been this way? You think most of these guys haven't always been the way they are? And you expect them to get up there and change, or you expect them to be some certain way because they're an athlete? This is how you get there, by being yourself. So, Dalton Rushing, go do what you do, dude. You act the way you want to act. Do what you want to do. The consequences fall on you and your team, and then that's where you might change something. And if he does, then guess what? He wants to, because he doesn't want to do that to his team. And if there is no consequences from his actions other than he stays in a good competitive mindset and keeps hitting 320 with a bunch of jacks and ribbies, stay in that mindset, dude. If there's not a bunch of Logan Webbs out there that are going to do something to you, then why would you stop? I don't see a reason to change who you are because people don't like it. Is what it is. You don't make it anywhere in life trying to be what other people want you to be. So, Dalton Rushing, do your thing. If you got traded tomorrow to the Giants, I'd say keep doing your thing. I hope you do it to the Dodgers. I hope you say something about them. I hope you piss them off somehow. Chase Utley, one of my favorite players. You want to see a guy that played the game hard, old school? Chase Utley. Sign me up for that, dude. That's all it is. But we've gotten so soft now. We've gotten so soft. These guys are getting paid so much money that you got to protect them. And I'm fine. I'm fine too. I do want them to be safe, but from time to time, breaking up a double play might be necessary. It is what it is. Throwing at a guy because of what he's done might be necessary. That's baseball. Charging the mound sometimes might be necessary. That's baseball. Just bring it all back. Somebody talks to you, you don't like it, talk back, see what happens. Let's go, me and you. A little hockey time. I just think that there needs to be more passion and energy and angst and anger. Not anger, you know what I mean? There just needs to be more like, I don't want to see all these dudes laughing and hugging and chatting it up all game long. I want to see them competing. I want to see them act like they don't like each other because you're standing in the way of this W. It's like every time you show up to a game, there's a W sitting right in the middle of the field, and one of those teams is going to fucking go home with it. I want to see two teams are like, no, we're taking it home. And the other team's like, no, we are. No, we're going to take it, actually. No, we're coming back. I don't care if we're down 2 runs. We're still taking that W. And give me a 9-inning fight over it. Is that too much to ask? And all you fans just stop being such pansies about every little thing that happens and look at it as entertainment? It's a beautiful thing these guys are giving us. Man, I've been on the rants lately. You know, it's like I used to tell the kids when I coached, when I would talk like this, I'd be like, hey, look, don't mistake my passion for anger. Like, I'm passionate about this. I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. It comes off as, rah, rah, I'm angry. I'm not angry. I freaking love this. I just want to see it continue. I want to see it go. I want to see it go back to how it was and continue moving forward while bringing the old school baseball back. All right, this was long. This was too long. As always, this is Hold My Ball podcast. Like, share, post, repost, talk to somebody, tell them all the things that don't cost you any money to support. That's what I like. I want to, you know what I want, guys? I want one of those YouTube plaques. I'm only like 70-something thousand subscribers away. 100K. And we're at like 27-something. Can we just start with 30? If you're listening to this and you made it this far and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you on the next episode.